The videos for the restoration giveaway have been flowing in, and we are now watching the videos and trying to pick a winner for the 2025 restoration piano legacy project. So I haven't seen this video, so let's watch it together.
I'd like to start by showing off my piano. As you can see, there is a lot of wear and tear on it, scratches and dents. The keys stick. Sometimes don't play when you're touching a pedal, squeaks really loudly, which interrupts your playing well. It's definitely known some better days. So I'm Kirsten LaRue Adams, and this is my piano. I inherited it from my grandmother. Her name was Lorna LaRue Adams, Lorna LaRue Loveridge, and I carry her middle name. In 1986, my father was serving in the military in Germany, and my grandmother flew out from Utah to be there and help my mother. I was lucky enough to be named after her, as was my daughter. This is Kaylee LaRue Adams. She also carries Grandma Loveridge's middle name, LaRue. So Grandma Loveridge was a remarkable lady who always loved her family and left a legacy of love. She served so much to help support them. Grandma Loveridge was a great pianist. At the age of 18, she was playing the organ at church when my grandfather met her for the first time. He had just started working at the telegraph office in La Grande, Oregon, and would now be attending the congregation. When he walked in, he noticed my grandmother playing the organ, and as the story goes, he fell in love right then and there with her. As she was
First time my wife and I met,
he thought
I was playing the piano, so there's a similarity there.
That she was older
Rewind
then
that
and
a
there
little
with
bit.
her. Grandmother playing the organ, and as the story goes, he fell in love right then and there with her. As she was accompanying the congregation, he thought that she was older than she actually was. She was 16 at the time, and he was 20, but he didn't find that out till later. They courted for 4 years, part of the time while my grandpa served in World War II, and they wrote letters every day to each other. It's pretty adorable. When he returned home from the war, they married and started their family. In that time, they acquired their own piano. When I called my mother to try to find out how old the piano was, she said, "I don't know. It's just always been there and always been used."
It looks to me like it's probably about that era, kind of shortly post World War II. So they were probably a young, relatively newlywed couple when they got that piano. It looks like late 40s, early 50s.
My mother is 66 years old. As we discussed this piano and its legacy, she shared that my grandma would play it often. I guess that her and her two sisters, my aunts, would sing songs and musical numbers at church, and grandma would accompany them. They practiced around this piano a lot. As a child, I have wonderful memories of this piano. I remember my cousin Lacey playing songs with a handful of our cousins gathered around singing. I started taking piano lessons at the age of 8 and also play this piano when I would go visit at grandma's. It's like my mother said, I only ever remember it being there and gathered around it with family members that I loved. My grandma had a hip replacement and used a crutch. So I actually didn't hear her play this piano when I was a child because she couldn't get down the stairs with her crutch. But you bet I knew it was her piano and that she played it beautifully for so many years. It was almost as if she was legendary. Then one summer, while I was in between semesters at college, I moved in with my grandparents to care for my grandma. Her health was declining, and rather than have a CNA go in and take care of her, my family arranged it so that I could take care of her. I have always had a close relationship with her, and I treasured these few special months with her. That summer, I played the piano a lot. I was quite proficient at the time, and I had a handful of musical numbers that I would play or sing at church. As I would come up from the basement, my grandma would always comment on how much she loved hearing me play the piano. It made me happy that it made her happy. Music fills a home and gives it a special feeling like nothing else does. When my grandmother passed away, I was blessed to inherit her piano. I love this piano so much. It
Nice.
isn't fancy and it's not a grand, but it's special to me.
It's a great connection.
Because of the memories and how it ties me to her. It's like a piece of her is still with me even though she's gone. So now I play this piano with my family. On Christmas Eve, I play it while our extended family joins for a program, The Nativity, which is a compilation of scripture and song. And my husband and I often gather to sing around it. My boys, ages 12 and 9, who are currently taking piano lessons, also practice daily on it. My oldest, Tanner, is extremely well at the piano, and I've often thought about purchasing a new one for him, but I can't bear the thought of getting rid of this piano.
Yeah.
It would be fantastic to have
heard
it
that often.
refurbished so that we could continue to gather around it and make memories as a family. So please help my grandmother's legacy live on and stay alive by refurbishing her piano. When my grandma passed away, I was privileged to play an Aloshkin farewell at her funeral. To say goodbye, I'd like to play a small part of it for you now.
It's a great song. Runs Ken Burns. I like that. Yeah, isn't it interesting how there really is nothing else in like all of inheritance that does the same, that has that same effect as a piano. She, there's probably maybe some other items, maybe pictures or paintings from the wall, maybe some jewelry, maybe I don't know, vases or something like that, and nothing has that same effect to bind generations together like a piano does, and that's a perfect example of that very thing.